Hi traders, today we're checking out the Trend Impulse Channels Indicator by Zeiierman. This tool is perfect if you want a cleaner way to follow trends without getting confused by random price movements. Instead of smooth lines, it shows the trend in clear steps, so you can tell exactly when momentum is strong or when the market is just pausing. In this quick guide, we'll go over what the indicator does, show you how to set it up in TradingView, watch it live on a chart to help you plan better entries, stops, and take profit levels. Whether you're a beginner or more advanced, this tool can help you stay on the right side of the trend. Let's jump right in. First, open TradingView and click on the Indicators tab at the top. Next, type Trend Impulse Channels in the search box. Look for the one created by Zeiierman. Click on it and it will be added to your chart right away. Then, close the search box. One great thing about this indicator is that it works on any market, whether you're trading Forex, crypto, or stocks, and on any time frame you prefer. What does this indicator do? The Trend Impulse Channels indicator helps you clearly see the direction of the trend and when price is likely to continue or slow down. It uses smart step-by-step movement instead of smooth lines. Each step only appears when price moves far enough, so it filters out small, fake moves. The channel lines adjust with market volatility and show potential areas for pullbacks, breakouts, or trend continuation. Let's break down what you might see on your chart once the Trend Impulse Channels indicator is added. You'll see a step-like trend line that moves up or down in blocks. These blocks only shift when the price moves far enough. Based on market volatility, this helps you clearly spot when the trend is continuing or slowing down. Around the trend line, you'll also see two bands, one above and one below. These are dynamic channels that adjust to market conditions. They show where price might pull back, stall, or break out. You might also notice small circles that appear along the trend line. These mark new trend steps, moments when the trend officially moves forward. Sometimes you'll see retest signals, small triangle markers, when price touches the bands during a pullback. These can help confirm strong continuation setups. All of this gives you a clear and simple view of trend direction, pullbacks, and breakout zones, making it easier to trade with confidence and less guesswork. Let's go over the indicator settings for Trend Impulse Channels. First up, Trigger Threshold. This is one of the most important settings. It controls how far price has to move before the trend steps forward. If you set it higher, like 4, the steps will only appear after big moves, which is great for clean trends but slower to react. If you drop it down to around 2 or less, the indicator becomes more sensitive and reacts quicker, but that can lead to more false steps, especially in choppy markets. Right now, I'm going to set it to 2.8, which is a solid starting point. Next, max step size. By default, you might see this set to negative 0.034. That number might look strange, but it's just a default value. It probably means there's no strict limit on how big the steps can get. But based on the indicator description, max step size is meant to control how large each step can be, especially when the market is moving fast. Now, band multiplier. This controls how wide the upper and lower bands are around the trend line. Wider bands, like 3.0 or more, give price more breathing space, so you'll get fewer breakout or retest signals. Tighter bands, like 1.5, make it easier to get faster signals, but can also create more noise. I'll set this to 2.2. It works great for most Forex and crypto pairs. Moving on to Trend Hold. This setting decides how long the trend should stay in place before it can flip. If you increase this to 10 or even 15, the trend has to stay stable longer before it changes, which is good for filtering out false reversals. But if you lower it, say to 3 or 4, the trend line can flip faster, useful for short-term scalping. Let's leave this at 7 bars. It's a nice middle ground. Now channel fill. If you want the area between the bands shaded for visual clarity, make sure this is checked. It doesn't affect the signal, just makes things easier to read at a glance. Let's scroll down to retest signals. I'm going to turn this on, because it shows triangle markers when price pulls back to the band. If you also tick Filter by Trend, it'll only show those markers when the signal matches the current trend direction, which keeps your chart clean and relevant. You can also change the marker colors if you want to match your chart theme. Now, on to trend step signals. I'll go ahead and turn that on too. This one adds a small circle every time a new step is added to the trend. It's helpful for spotting moments of continuation. Once you're done, just click OK, and you're good to go. For a buy trade using trend following strategy, here's what to do. First, check that the market is in an uptrend. You'll know this when the step line is moving upward, and you can see multiple circular step markers forming in the same direction without flipping. This tells you that buyers are in control and momentum is building. Next, wait for one more step to appear. This confirms the trend is continuing and not reversing. Then, enter your buy trade as soon as price moves higher after the latest step is added. Set your stop loss just below the most recent step marker or the last small pullback. Set your take profit using a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio or target the next resistance area. As you can see, following the trend step confirmation gives you a cleaner entry, and the trade closes in profit. For a sell trade, here's what to do. First, check that the market is in a downtrend. You'll see this when the step line is moving downward, and there are multiple circular step markers appearing one after another without flipping. This means sellers are in control and the momentum is strong. Next, wait for another downward step to appear. This confirms the trend is still going. Then, enter your sell trade as soon as price moves lower after the latest step is added. Set your stop loss just above the most recent step marker or the last small bounce. Set your take profit using a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio, or aim for the next support level. As you can see, by trading with the trend, the setup stays clean, and the trade closes in profit. For a buy trade using breakout strategy, here's what to do. First, make sure the market is in an uptrend. You'll see this when the step line is moving upward, with multiple step markers confirming the direction. Next, wait for price to pause or move sideways inside the channel. This shows consolidation, a sign the market is building up for a move. Then, watch for a strong breakout above the upper channel band. This is your confirmation that buyers are taking back control and the trend is continuing. Enter your buy trade as price closes above the upper band after the breakout. Set your stop loss just below the breakout candle or slightly under the consolidation range. Set your take profit using a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio or aim for the next key resistance level. As you can see, this breakout setup gives you a trend-backed entry, and the trade closes in profit. For a sell trade, here's what to do. First, check that the market is in a downtrend. You'll know this when the step line is moving downward, with several step markers showing steady bearish movement. Next, wait for price to pause or move sideways inside the channel. This consolidation shows that the market is slowing down before possibly continuing lower. Then, look for a strong breakout below the lower channel band. This confirms that sellers are pushing price further down and the trend is continuing. Enter your sell trade as soon as price closes below the lower band after the breakout. Set your stop loss just above the breakout candle or slightly above the recent consolidation range. Set your take profit using a 1-to-1.5 risk-to-reward ratio or target the next major support level. As you can see, trading the breakout in the direction of the trend increases your chances, and the trade closes in profit. The Trend Impulse Channels indicator helps you see the trend clearly, step by step. It doesn't use smooth lines like moving averages. Instead, it shows you strong moves based on how much the market is really moving. And just a quick reminder, this video is for learning only. It's not trading advice. Always protect your money and try out any strategy on a demo first before trading live. Thanks for watching and happy trading.